Hi, I'm Annika. Thanks for joining me today on my yoga channel for awesome yoga. Let's calm our heads down. Let's get that energy flowing. And let's find that space inside that just makes everything feel so much better. Oh, I love you. I do, my little fella. Take the knees apart, big toes to touch. Hi, Blue. Draw the palms down. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Breathe into that lower back space and just relax. What are you going to do? Take a deep inhale and exhale. That's what you do. Walk the hands over to the left and just thread that right hand underneath the left armpit. It's probably easier with goats. I'm replacing you with goats, okay? No, I'm not, Blue. Take an inhale, unthread that arm, come back to center, find your center. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, thread your left hand underneath the right armpit and draw your left cheekbone down to the mat. Take a deep inhale, come on up onto all fours. Curl the toes under. I actually just stubbed my toe. Just doesn't feel too good. Take a deep inhale, drop the belly, lift the nose. And exhale. Push the mat away, draw the belly button in, chin to chest. Cat and cows, they're called. So just feel into the space in the spine, following your breath. You know, coming onto all fours and maybe just drawing like a shoulder to the hip, a little bit to the side, just any kind of moves. Relax your neck, and when you're ready, curl the toes under, lift the hips high, and find downward facing dog. So take your feet a little bit wider than hip width, toes turn in a little bit, heels turn out. Come up high onto your toes, bend your knees and draw the chest towards the knees. So you're pushing the mat away from you. Take an exhale and draw the heels down towards the mat. Your head is heavy. Look at your belly button. So you're not looking at your hands, looking forward. You're looking underneath. Try paddling your heels out a little bit, bending one leg, bending the other, kind of getting into your body. Spread your fingers, bring the weight into the thumb and the first finger pad. Take an inhale, come on the toes, bend the knees and slowly step to the top of your mat. Grab opposite elbows and just dangle. Bring the hands on the shins, take an inhale, look forward, try to flatten your back, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold in. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Fold in. On an inhale, come on up. Reach up. Palms touch above the head. Hands to heart. And find your center. So draw the chin in. Draw the belly button in. And tuck the tailbone. Take a deep inhale. Sweep the hands up. Look up. Take your right wrist. Lift it up. And draw it across. Gaze up at your elbow. Inhale, come back into center. Look up. Exhale, other side. Reach up and over. Inhale, come back all the way up. Take a back bend. So squeeze the shoulders, spread your fingers, squeeze your buttocks. Inhale all the way up and exhale, fold in. Our first warm up. Halfway lift, look out, lengthen, press into the shins. This is where we place our palms down, feet back, come into plank and lower down to the bottom of a push-up. Elbows are in. Release the toes, sweep the chest through, up, and draw the shoulders back. Curl the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Take 5 deep breaths here. So 5 breaths for you to lock in, breathe. Come onto the toes, bend the knees. Slowly walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fingers can be on the floor by the toes or on the shins. You choose. Fold in. And on an inhale, slowly stand up, hands up. Palms touch, thumbs to heart. Find your center. Second round. Take it away. Inhale. Follow your breath. Inhale. Grab the wrist. Take it over. Inhale. Reach up. Look up. Exhale. Other side. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Fold it in. Chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Palms down. Feet back. Now you can also drop to your knees if you're just working on building your shoulder strength. Release the body, release the toes, sweep the chest through, draw the shoulders, back and up, look up. Hips high, down dog. Inhale on the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Come all the way up. Don't clap. Exhale. Find your center. Third round. Let's go. Inhale. Grab your wrists. Take it over. Inhale. This is amusing at least. If somebody's not really doing the yoga and they're just watching. Inhale, they don't know what it's like. Inhale, exhale, halfway lift. Palms down. So this your Sun Sal A, traditional yoga warm-up. Lower down, hover, release, sweep through and up. Hips high, down dog, 5 breaths. So creating that breath in the back of the throat, that ocean sounding, breathing, equal inhale, equal exhale. It's called Ujjayi, breath victorious, energy building breath, pranayama, energy breathing. Come high on the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Last time. Rise up. Nice strong inhale all the way up. Palms down. Find your center. Bend the knees. Sink the hips. Bring the knees together this time. Bring the palms together. Chair pose. Lift all 10 toes. Sink the hips so they're nice and heavy. Draw the hands to heart. Left elbow, right knee. Press the hands down, gaze up. Good. Inhale, stay low, back to center. Exhale, other side. Gaze up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold in. Halfway lift. Palms down, feet back. Make your way through your vinyasa. Slowly. Inhale, sweep through, look up. Hips high. Downward facing dog. Zipping the toes together. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Press back with your left heel and open out to the side. Curl the heel in, lift the knee. Take an inhale, point the toe and take the gaze forward. Exhale, bring that knee all the way through. Stay high on the back toe. On an inhale, rise up into a crescent lunge. Reach up, look up. Good. Draw the hands through center. Take a little twist out to the right. Gaze up. Drop the back heel, draw the right wrist all the way up and overhead. It's called Sky Archer. Take the gaze up to the hands. Both legs are straight. You're getting a beautiful release all the way down the right side of the body. Good. Release the hand. Right elbow, right knee. Extend left hand overhead. Now gaze to the fingers. Hands could maybe come down, but really press through the outside edge of that back leg. Drop the hand straight in front of the toes. Pivot round. Lift your right hand. Float your left leg. It's called revolved half moon. Take the gaze up. Drop the back leg. Stay high and drop down the heel. Come on up, warrior number one. Lift up. Dip into the front leg. Lift up through the sides of the body and exhale. Draw the hands behind, clasping them. Take a back bend, gaze up. Shoulders coming together. Exhale, fold in. Bring that right shoulder inside of the right leg. Look at your belly button. Lift the hands maybe. Take an inhale, come on up and open out to the side. Take a back bend and draw the hips down over the back foot. Right leg straight, toes point to the ceiling. It's called Tadasana. Walk the hands through the middle, other side. Back to the back. Rotate the toes open. One more time. Walk back to the top of your mat. Walk the hands around. Take your vinyasa. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Zipping the toes together. Left leg high to the sky. Press back with the heel, open out to the side. Point that toe, nice strong leg. Curling the heel in. Point the toe, gaze forward. And on an exhale, bring that foot through. Stay high on the toe. Come on up, crescent lunge, lifting the body up and slightly back. Gaze at your hands. Hands to heart. Take a little twist out to the left. Elbow comes to the outside of the knee and gaze up. Take an inhale, grab that left wrist, draw it up, over and across. Sky archer. Gaze up at your elbows. Extend up and over. Gaze at the fingers. Lower that hand down in front of the toes. Kick up the back leg. Float and fly. Revolved. Half moon. It's a balance. It's a strength. Posture. Drop the back foot. Come on up, open out to the side. Take a back bend. And as you exhale, drop the hips down over your right foot. Now you can hold on to the mat or bring your hands to the heart and play with a balance. Inhale, come through center. You can either keep your hands up or just walk the hands over. And again, one more time each side. Ooh. Back to the front of the mat. Rotate the hands, take your vinyasa. Body's getting warmer now. Hips high, down dog. Take 5 breaths here. Coming high on the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees, sink the hips. Back to chair pose. Stand tall. Find your center. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Chair pose, lift up those toes. Take a twist to the right. Push the hands down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift. Flow through to your vinyasa, to your down dog. From down dog, zip the toes together. Right leg high to the sky. Curl the heel in. If you want to flip your dog, take that top leg over. You can sit down in between. Kind of steady yourself, lift up, open out the heart. If you flipped it, flip it back. Everybody point the toe to the back. Exhale, bring it through. Come high up onto that back toe and rise up. Reach up, hands come down through the heart. Take a little side twist. Gaze up. Grab the right wrist. Drop the back heel. Straighten the legs up and over. Sky archer. Release, elbow to knee. Reach across. Continue the hand all the way down to the floor. Kick the back leg up. Half moon, revolved. Drop the back leg, open out to the side. Take a back bend into Skandasana, back leg. Inhale through center. One more time each side. Rotating round. I'll meet you in downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Zipping the toes together, left leg high to the sky, press back, open out, heel to the bum if you want to flip your dog. Flip your dog. I did a modified rock star there. Bring the foot through. Take an inhale, come on up. Crescent lunge, reach up. Take a twist out to the left. Gaze up. Sky archer, grab that wrist, lift it up and over, straight legs. Elbow to knee. Continue that hand all the way down in front of the toes. Kick the back leg up. Revolved half moon. Drop the back foot. Come on up to the side. Take a back bend. Tadasana, back foot. See how you're flowing now with the breath. In through center. Take your vinyasa and take your 5 breaths. Downward facing dog. Notice your body. Notice your energy. Notice the heat that is built. Or maybe it's just because I have the door open in South Florida. Up on the toes, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time, bend the knees, sink the hips. Find your center. Find mountain pose, Tadasana. Take the feet hip width apart. Bring the hands down by the side. Take an inhale, sweep the hands up. Look up and exhale, swan dive in. Take the peace fingers to bind the big toes. Take a halfway lift. So you're breathing in and exhale, fold in. Pulling up on the toes, looking at your knees. And now try to lift the tailbone up. Draw the belly in. We're going to take 5 breaths in each posture from now on. Releasing the toes and walk the feet onto the upturned palms, toes in line with the crease of the wrist. Bend your knees to get in there and press the toes into the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in, draw the belly in and lift up out of the feet. So lift the tailbone, lift up the shoulders. Release the hands to the hips and on an inhale, very slowly rise. Lock back into your breath. Next inhale, take a big wide step out to the right. Right toes point to the back of the mat. Left toes about 45 degrees. Think about it, bringing the hip around. Extend the hands long. Take a deep inhale. Look at that front hand. Reach forward as far as you can go. Then lower the hand to the shin, to the inside. Right hand directly up overhead. It's called triangle. Take the gaze up. Think about inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, rotating open a little more. Each breath. Gaze down at the big toe. Take that bottom hand, soften into the front leg. Place the hand in front of the toes and kick up the back leg so you fly into half moon. Soften the leg. Bring the back foot down. Come on up. Rotate the toes. Same triangle shape. Back to the front of the mat. Extend the hands. Take an inhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Lower the hand. Take the gaze up. Try to rotate the thighs, the inside thighs, outwards. Gaze down at the big toe, soften that front leg. Bring the hands directly in front of the toes. See if you can balance and fly into half moon. I'm pushing so hard into my bottom foot. Lifting, think about lifting up out of the hip, that maybe the hands can even float. Soften the leg, drop the back foot, open out, and rotate to the back of your mat. Right hand on the hip, left hand reaches high. Exhale, draw the body forward. Take the hand to the outside of the shin and lift that right hand up. Revolved triangle. Come to your breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Rotate the toes first. Left hand, left hip, right hand up overhead. Use that hand on the hip to draw the hip back. Lift up, lengthen the spine, and exhale, draw the body forward. Fingers come down to the outside of the shin or the outside of the foot. Inhale, other hand rotates open. Take the gaze up. Inhale, come on up, open out to the side. Take a little back bend. Feet together, hands together, find your center. Take a big wide step out to the right. Right elbow, right knee. Extend the hand up and overhead. Gaze to the fingers. Maybe if you can keep opening out, if the right hand goes down for full pose, but don't sacrifice the opening. The opening out. Inhale, come up. Rotate. Other side. Start with the knee to the elbow. Extend up and overhead. Maybe full pose. Inhale, come up, back bend. Find your center, top of the mat. Take a big wide step out to the right. Drop down to the back knee. Bring your hands to heart. Left elbow, right knee. Take the little twist. Press the hands down, look up. Maybe you float the back knee and work on your balance. Maybe if you have the twist, full posture, revolved, side angle. Release the hands, come on up, rotate round to the top of the mat. Drop down to the back knee to set up, hands to heart. Elbow to knee. Come to the outside of the elbow, press the hands down, gaze up. So you get that rotation. Float the back knee if that's an option that feels good. Release, open out to the side. Take a back bend and find your center. Take a wide step out to the side, big wide stance. Toes pointing, same way as the outside edge of your mat. Take a back bend, open out. Exhale, fold in, fingers in line with the toes, crown of the head coming down to the mat. Shake the head if it's a little stiff. Hands to the hips, and on an inhale, slowly rise. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, open out. 5-star, clasping the hands behind the back. Switch fingers, so the way you normally clasp it, kind of jump forward one finger. It feels like there's 3 fingers missing. Take a back bend, squeeze, gaze up. Exhale, fold in. See if you can bring those hands off the lower back. 5 breaths. Bring the hands in and slowly start to rise. You exhale, you ground down, feet together, hands together, find your center. Good, bring the hands behind the back, maybe reverse palms, or you can grab opposite elbows. Take a short step out to the back. So bring both toes around, a heel to heel alignment. Take a little back bend. Try to square off the hips, square them off, take a back bend, and slowly draw the body forward over that front leg. Gaze at the knee, and then gaze at the tip of the nose. Slowly rise. Keeping the hands where they are, just rotate the opposite way. Draw that right hip back a little. Take a back bend and exhale, fold in. Gaze at the tip of the nose. Inhale, come on up, open out, center yourself, top of the mat. Okay, bringing your hands down. Take an inhale, we'll do some little balance postures. If you need to hold on to a wall or something, please find yourself something to hold on to. Otherwise, let's take your right knee, clasp the fingers and draw the knee up. And stay there. Otherwise, you can place one hand on the hip, right fingers bind the big toe and extend the leg forward. Draw the shoulder back. Pick a gaze on the floor, point about your height. Just lock your gaze in. And it helps you balance better. Open the knee out or the leg out to the side. If you want to challenge yourself, take your gaze over the shoulder. Slowly bring the knee back, bring the foot back, point the toe. And cross the ankle on top of the knee. Bring the hands to the heart. Slowly, see if you can lower the hips down, coming into figure 4. Maybe the elbows can come down to the foot and the heel, keeping that gaze steady on the floor. Supporting leg is bent. Slowly unwinding, draw the leg behind. Find airplane. Maybe your left leg wants to walk away from you right now. Slowly draw the feet together, come up. Find your center. Ow. Find your center, then shake that energy out of the leg. That built up energy, feel that? Woo. Right, lock it in, back to center. 2 sides, let's balance out. Drawing the knee in, if you're taking the knee option. Center yourself. I'm talking to myself now. If you're taking the toe bind, grab hold of the toe with the peace fingers, other hand on the hip, and just push the knee. Push the heel forward. Take your gaze to the floor. Opening out the knee or the foot to the side, and maybe challenging yourself by looking over your shoulder. Get that breath. Drawing the foot back to center. Hands to the hips, point the toe. And if you're ready, cross that left foot on top of the right knee. Bring the hands to heart and find your figure 4. Maybe extending that leg back to aeroplane, keeping your balance, maybe dropping that left hip a little. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, sink the hips, come on up. Find your center. Shake it out. Get the energy out of that leg. Find your way back to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold in, chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Palms down, feet back, lower down. Hips high, downward facing dog. Come high on the toes, bend the knees, and float the feet through to seated. Or just walk forward and sit down. Bring your hands by your hips, press into the mat, flex the toes in towards the nose, and chin into your chest. Draw the belly in, staff pose, Tadasana. We're moving onto the mat now for seated. A bunch of seated postures. Borrowing from Ashtanga. There's so many forms of power yoga do nowadays. Relax, reach the hands up. Lengthen the spine and exhale. Fold the body forward. Bring the hands down. Take a halfway lift to get space in the vertebrae. And exhale, we fold in. Inhale, come up, bring the hands behind you. Point the toes down towards the mat and see if you can lift the hips up and off. So I'm going to take reverse tabletop version. So you can either lift the hips, gaze back, Purvottanasana, or if your wrists are sore, like mine, bring them in and lift the hips, gaze back. 5 more breaths. Slowly lower the hips down. Option to take a vinyasa. So you lift the feet, cross the ankles, pull them in, plant the hands, see if you can float the feet back and lower all the way down. Hips high, down dog. Now you could practice that jump through. Come high on the toes, bend the knees. You have to lift the hips higher than the shoulders. I'm not going to do that. But as you jump through, cross your ankles and sit down. Right, something like that. Right, draw the right foot into the inside of the thigh. Extend left leg long. Take an inhale, reach up. As you exhale, lower with a little twist out to the left. Take a halfway lift and exhale, fold. Head to knee pose. Look at your nose. Inhale, slowly rise, same shape, other side. Inhaling up, exhale, fold in. Take a halfway lift and fold. Come on up. Slowly extend the legs. Straight out ahead. Now draw that left heel in, about 2 fist measure in between. Take an inhale and take your right hand behind the bum. Fingers point back. It's tripoding you up. It's kind of like a kickstand is what I was looking for. Now straight leg, walk it forward, 1 bum cheek. Inhale up. Exhale, twist around. See if you can draw the knee into the middle of the body. Maybe you can hook the elbow over. You can do whatever you like with the hand. It can point down. It can take a mudra. Flex that bottom foot. Drop your chin, look over your shoulder. Great. Spinal twist, Marichasana. Slowly release, same shape, other side. So you take your time to set up. So it becomes natural as you learn these shapes. 2 fists, pop in, 1 hand behind. That's your left hand behind. Walk the bum cheek forward, flex the foot, lift up. You're trying to lengthen the spine before you ask it to twist. Otherwise, that's how you injure yourself in life when you make sudden movements. Twisting, getting out of a car, getting up from a chair, reaching to grab something. So these fast movements without lengthening the spine mess us up. Release. Bring the soles of the feet together. Take the knees apart. Hands open the feet like a book and press down with the knees. Butterfly pose. Slowly rise and extend the legs out to wide angle butterfly. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly. You can walk the fingertips forward. Flex the toes, squeeze the thighs for me. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe walk a little deeper towards the floor. Relax the head, 5 breaths. Slowly rise. Draw the feet together, bend the knees, and find your way down to your mat. Bring the hands down by the sides. Draw the heels in a little. And on an inhale, slowly lift the tailbone high up to the ceiling. Into bridge, walk the shoulders in. You can stay there or maybe clasp the hands, pressing them down into the mat. Now think about your knees pushing forward and the heels as though they're drawing back towards the bum. Keep your chin locked. That energy chin seal protects your neck and locks in the energy. On your exhale, release, lower down. The knees into the chest. Rock a little front to back till you find your way all the way up. Extend the legs. We'll take another forward fold, but we'll take 10 breaths this time. Draw the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, I want you to totally surrender. No pulling, no trying to make it happen. Just take a time out, 10 breaths. Slowly rise, find your way down onto your back, lift the legs up. You can take an inversion of your choice. Inversion, just lifting the feet up above the head. You could stay here in reclined staff pose, Setu Dandasana. You can push up to shoulder stand. If you take shoulder stand, kick the legs up, bring the hands behind the hips. Walk the elbows in. Keep your chin locked. Don't move. Point the toes. You can move through plow, halasana, if that's in your practice, lowering the toes. You could also try a headstand if that's in your practice. Bound angle headstand. Or you can take a tripod headstand, the easiest headstand. All you have to remember, head at the top of the triangle, 2 hands, the bottom sides of the triangle. Your inversion, your choice. Just play a little. If you took headstand, find child's pose. If you took shoulder stand, just lower the toes down towards the mat. If you're in child's pose, find your way onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rolling onto your right side. Come into a fetal position for me. Maybe extending the top leg out. Maybe taking the bottom hand and finding the big toe. Or just plonk them, grab the toes. Maybe opening the other hand out and over. King dancer. Take the gaze to the opposite shoulder. Slowly, draw the hand back over, release the foot, roll onto your back. Give yourself a squeeze. You can rock a little left to right, then find your way onto your left side. Draw the knees up first. Maybe extend the top leg. Try to grab the toes and open that right hand out. Take the gaze over. If you have tight shoulders, your arms will just dangle, just like mine. If there's discomfort and pinching, just bring the hand above the head and turn the face into the armpit. Little bit of an IT band. Spinal twist to finish. Slowly release the hand. Release the toes. Find your way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And as you exhale, just extend the legs long. Take the arms down by the sides. And take rest. Take a soft inhale and a soft exhale. Just feeling your way into your body, into your skin. Maybe touching your fingers to your thumb. Rubbing your toes together. Taking a good morning stretch. Waking back up into this amazing space suit. Hug your knees into your chest. And slowly find your way onto your right side. Find your way up to cross-legged, seated or lotus, whatever position makes you feel good to seal in your practice. Bring your hands together, find your center one last time. Take a soft inhale, draw the body up and exhale it out. Thank you for joining together with each other, with me today, to light some spark into our spirits, to find our center as quickly as a snap of the fingers. This is why yoga is an ancient practice that works in your life as an amazing tool to help you get through the days, the moments. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you as you get through these moments. Namaste.